What is up, my veggies? What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be reviewing something that I highly regret saying I would ever review this stuff, but I said I'd review it, so I've got to keep my word and review what I said I was going to review. This is the first in the series of, I think, about like 30-something Barbie movies. Barbie and the Rockers Out of This World. Why did I say I was going to review these? I don't know why I said I was going to review these. I legit do not know why I decided I was going to review these films. Thankfully, this first one was only 25 minutes long and technically not a movie, but I did the same thing for the Monster High reviews, so I have to do it for these as well. First, this came out in, what's the story? The story is Barbie pop group, she's the ambassador for world peace, and they're doing a concert in space. And literally this thing is just an excuse for generic pop music video animation with very limited, not very limited, but like very basic animation where most of it is extremely boring to watch and to just not really much to enjoy out of just sitting there and just being undeniably bored. There's nothing memorable. None of the songs are catchy or even don't even get past generic. The animation is super simplistic, and I'm just bored the whole time while watching this. I am just bored. I have not been this bored watching something in so long. And it's just legit, because a lot of people think like the Barbie Nutcracker is like the first Barbie movie, but technically it kind of is, but I'm counting these. It's just such a boring piece of everything. I don't want to sit and watch most of it because it's just so undeniably boring. Like, it's just like there's not much to want to sit and enjoy about any of it. Like, I don't even think, like, could this even hold kids' attention long enough? Like, it's that boring where I had to pause it and step away to do something else, and I literally skimmed through the final song in this thing, which the voice acting in this is also pretty bad, with some of the dialogue being some of the worst dialogue, and just some things just not adding up with the lip movements, and also it just, and I'm not gonna say it's because of the time this came out, because this came out in 1987, but I've seen some good stuff from the 80s. I've seen some good animation from the 80s and everything, and I get that this has probably had a very small budget. It's not a movie. It was like a made-for-VHS thing that you could buy at the store. But still, like I always say, not having money or something not being is not an excuse for something to be bad. I've always said that. Like, obviously, though, like, talking about, but I also have to point out the animation and stuff like that. And obviously, people say, like, don't be harsh on something. It doesn't the fact that something does not have the best animation or something is not an excuse for it to be boring. I watch audio dramas and I'm not bored, and those aren't even animation. I watch stuff with not as stellar voice acting, but still I'm entertained. It's just the story is boring. It's just the transitions between scenes are also pretty lackluster and just pretty weird. And these music video type scenes they just feel so generic. The songs, the lyrics of these songs are just so bland and they sound so generic. You could have replaced them with almost any pop song. And some of them even sound like real pop songs, which I don't know if any of this was like a jukebox musical type thing. I don't know. But even if it was, I'm like, really? On a lot of it? I'm like, really? On a lot of it? Like, straight up just not entertained by anything that was going on in this feature, film, whatever you want to call it. I was just not entertained in the slightest watching this. I was bored. It's just nothing enjoyable came out of watching this. I really didn't enjoy this. Like, there's nothing that I think has any redeeming factors in any regard at all. And that has any redeeming factors at all in this entire thing. It's just so boring, bland, and forgettable. Like, and that's the only way I guess I could see some little kids enjoying this, but like, anyone above the age of 5, I feel like would just run off and do something else. Which is just something I really just feel like should have been handled such a different way. Like, it's just, that's how boring it is. You could have given us a better story and all that, because like, a space concert isn't the most exciting thing, but you definitely could have given us something more entertaining, worth of value out of it. Like, if that makes any sense to you at all. Like, it legit is just bad. Like, I'm sorry, this is boring, and I rarely ever give this rating out, but I had to give it a 1 out of 5. It's just so boring, so generic, nothing interesting about it whatsoever. That's how boring this is, where you just can't even tell, like what was the direction here? Like, I don't even know, like, why, besides to make money, why was this made? It's just, and to sell toys, obviously. But for Pete's sake, don't be lazy. There's another one of these 2D VHS movies that are after this one that's hopefully just as short, if not shorter. And then we get to the actual, like, full-on Barbie movies, which we have a lot of those to go through. You guys probably wondering, there are 2 more Scooby-Doo movies that I haven't watched. I'm going to get to those. with the Halloween one and the Sword in the Stone one, and also we got that trailer recently for the Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover, which I need to still watch that trailer. And then we'll review that when it comes out. But obviously, I was bored through this whole thing. But that's all I got to say for this review. I'm glad if you guys enjoyed it. Great. I sure didn't. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Gosh, let's hope the rest of these aren't as bad.